Hi,
Hello.
friends. Welcome back to Talking Tandemness with Jenna and Curtis.
That's us.
Just a brief explanation of what it is, yet again. A podcast where just two friends record themselves and listen for people that feel like they need friends, need an outlet to talk to, and or anything in between.
Yeah, you're much
Boom.
better at that than I am. I don't explain it.
Yeah, I realized that for the people that if we ever get people to listen, they have to go all the way back and listen to like that first episode.
Yeah,
Um, and I think we've gotten a lot better now. So I'd rather them just start listening from this episode and
oh,
so on.
of course.
But I just want to preface of like what the podcast is for and what's it about and all of that. This is our first episode into 2024.
Yeah, we have our holiday episode, which comes out next week. I guess this week.
Yeah.
Um, I really want to type up just a completely different description for the episode, just to be like, yeah, this is a holiday episode. No, it's not the holidays anymore. Deal with it anyway.
Well, it's fine because I
Yeah.
think it's close enough anyway. I'm not. I don't. Can we skip over the days of the week?
I also
Um,
wanted to do that because I wanted you to get to the story that you have to tell me.
you're gonna things just are not getting better. So for everyone that's listening, I went to Nashville for New Year's. How do I preface this? So last year's New Year's, I also did in Nashville, and it kind of ended up being a train wreck, as you know, Curtis.
Yeah, I
And
don't remember last year, but
someone that I was with ended up in the hospital
okay, that was
during
last year. I for some reason thought
during
that was when
last
you were
year's New
prom.
Year's. No, that was last year's New Year's. So
Oh,
we took to Nashville again, thinking it can't get much worse than that. We'll see what happens. Well, um, so I'm going through the airport going there, and I take my Fitbit off to go through security, which I've learned that you don't need to take your watches off. But I take my Fitbit off to go through security, and this is just how the weekend started. My Fitbit got lost in the metal detector.
okay, I've heard that happen a lot though.
Wait,
Like,
really?
there's a couple of people that not specifically Fitbit, but a couple of people that I know that have flown recently where like they lost a shoe in there. They lost a couple other things, and they eventually got their shoe back, but they lost something else in there that they just didn't weren't able to get back.
Yeah, honestly, it's a shame on me. I should have asked them, like, where did it go? Because I watched I know no one grabbed it, but I watched my stuff go through the whole thing.
Hmm.
But I was just too scared, and it was too hectic because I left the 29th, which was a huge travel day. It was too hectic, and I was like, it's not worth it. Like, it was a $90 Fitbit. I will be okay. So I just, like, kept going. But so I started the weekend off with something getting lost. I get on the plane, everything's smooth sailing. The plane was smaller than the usual planes I'm on, but like it was fine. I get there, the first night's fine. The second night, we decide that we're gonna go out. Nashville has a huge bar scene, so we started. There was a Harry Potter bar that we really wanted to go to, but we couldn't get in because there was a wedding, and then it wasn't open for when we were there. So we went to like two cocktail bars, and then we ended up on the big strip in Nashville called it's like Broadway. Well, we got hammered, and long story short, there's a part of the night that none of us really remember. So we know through piecing all of our memories together, we know that we went to get into one of the bars and it was closed because it was like 2:30 a.m. at that point. So then we went to this bar. I didn't know things get stolen there. So on my second night in Nashville, my ID and 3 credit cards get stolen out of my back pocket.
Oh,
Now, before I went to Nashville, I purposely got one of those phone cases. So, to preface, last year I left my wallet in an Uber. So, I was like really paranoid about where my wallet was going to be. So, I got one of those phone cases that like mag safes to the back of your phone. So, I was like, it's always going to be on me at all times. Gone. Like, Curtis, like, I felt my pocket, wallet absolutely gone. At that moment, you know how bad my anxiety gets.
hmm.
Full blown panic attack. I can't remember a single thing after that. All I know is I ended up having a panic attack for like 7.5 hours. Like panic attack so much that I was like vomiting. And all my friends thought it was because I was so drunk that I was like throwing up the alcohol. But it was just like, all I remember is I was staring in the toilet because we made it back to his apartment, and I was hysterically crying, like tears running out of my eyeballs, hitting the water in the toilet, because in my brain, I convinced myself that I wasn't going to get home. The next day, when I came, I didn't even sleep in a bed that night. I slept sitting up in a chair because my brain could not shut off. I was like, I need to get back to the bar. I need to ask the bartender if it's there. I need my wallet. I need my ID. I was there for 4 nights. And, like, you can't get into bars there without an ID.
Right.
So when I woke up the next day, had myself wrapped in a blanket, and I was sitting in the chair in the corner, so like my head was tilted over, and my first train of thought was, I need to get back to the bars. I need to see if my ID's there. Like, get in. And they were trying to like make it seem okay. They were like, no, it's fine. Like, you don't need your credit card. We'll pay for stuff, and we just won't go to bars. But I have this like overall fear of like something being my fault, and I was like, I don't want to ruin this trip because I'm an idiot and I lost my ID. And it's like all roots back to like the fear of like I definitely failed in that situation. Yeah, so I didn't have an ID for New Year's Eve, or like New Year's Eve into New Year's, the day after or the day after that.
Huh.
Yeah. And then I flew, so I had to take the plane home. And I was going through TSA, and I was like, I don't have an ID. I don't have my passport on me. I didn't have any credit cards. All I had was an expired insurance card. That's the only form of physical ID that I had. So I asked, and I was like, can I get through with this? And they were like, do you have any other forms? Like, that's only one form of identification. You need another? And I was like, no, my whole wallet's gone. So I had to go through questioning of TSA to get through security to get to my plane.
Man, you love getting questioned by the acronyms.
Yeah, really, it's a true thing. But, and then I started this with, things just are not getting better. So I get home. First thing I do is I go to the bank to get because I ordered new credit cards online, which you can do. But my bank, I had to go there to get it reprinted because my bank account was locked. And so easy peasy to get that done. Then I go to motor vehicle to get a new license. Theoretically, it was probably in the long run better that I got a new license because mine was still vertical because I refused to get it horizontal.
You're going to get it updated in 2 months, or 3 months, or 4 months.
Mine wasn't expiring till 2025. So I was just going to keep it vertical until then. So theoretically, it's probably good to have a horizontal license as a turning 24-year-old. But so I get to motor vehicle, and they're like, oh, you have to do this online. And I was like, I understand that, but I don't even have a license number to go off of. Like, when you go to sign into motor vehicle, you need your license number to make a duplicate. And she was like, well, it's on your car registration. And I was like, the car's not registered in my name. And she was like, oh, I see the issue here. So then she like put it on my passport because I brought my photo ID as passport, and then she gave it back and she was like, now this has to be online. So right now I have a paper license. So coming home, I knew my car, things just don't keep getting better. This is where that comes from. I come home, I know my inspection's up in my car. So I go to get my inspection done. I get 10 minutes up the road from my house. Inspection place is probably like 40 minutes down the road. I realize, not only is my inspection expired, so is my registration. So I call my dad and I'm like, did we ever re-register my car? Because I am not an adult. I will preface that like a million times. I am not supposed to be an adult. I call my dad and I'm like, did we do my registration? AKA not me, you. And he was like, I don't think so. So then I had to turn around and drive home. This was at like 11 o'clock. I was supposed to make it there at 11:40 if I didn't have to turn around. I drive home. My parents are sitting in the car and they're like, okay, let's go do it. So then I leave at like 12:30 with a paper registration, a paper license, and an expired vehicle. Expired vehicle inspection. I get to the motor vehicle at 12:10. They had closed at 12 o'clock. I'm batting 1,000. I'm swinging and missing at life.
Yeah, no, that sounds fun.
Right? Wait, I have to readjust and it might disconnect my microphone. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm playing the game of life and losing. How was your New Year's?
I mean, I spent it in my basement. So, there was that. So
yeah, so... Oh, what?
No, go ahead. You keep going.
No, that was it. I feel like... I can't even put words. I cannot believe I lost my wallet. Actually, you can believe it because I'm an idiot when it
absolutely.
comes to that stuff. But just the way it happened. And, so that whole night, I had, like, really bad anxiety, which is usually my body telling me a sign that something bad's gonna happen. My anxiety was so bad, I was messaging, like, I call them, like, my safety blankets, but it's two people I lived with my senior year of college who were younger. And when things just, like, don't feel right, I message them because they usually understand my brain a little bit better. So I was messaging them all night about, like, self-confidence things and just, like, feelings of being anxious. And then this happens, and I woke up the next day and I texted them and I was like, if I ever text you when I'm at the bar again, send me home. Because every time I'm out and I message them, something goes wrong. Every single time.
I mean,
Last time, I was texting my other one, and I ended up drinking too much and vomiting my brains out in front of my mom. Like, every time I message them when I'm at the bar, something goes incredibly wrong.
yeah, maybe you should just stop going to bars.
That's not fun, though.
I mean, it could be. I have a decent time.
No, because I like the talkative, like, I like the social aspects of the bar
agree.
scene. One sip of alcohol, I think it's because the way my older sister explained it to me is I'm so hyper aware not drinking. Like, my brain is constantly in, like, a filing cabinet of information about what's going on around me, that the minute that I do start drinking, it shuts off those aspects. So, like, I won't remember as much, and I won't be as aware as my surroundings. And that's a place you should be aware of your surroundings, and I just forget to because it's, like, my one time to shut my brain off.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know last time I shut my brain off.
Yeah, and then, so I woke up or going back to New Year's Eve, I woke up on New Year's Eve from the anxiety attack feeling like garbage, and then spent the whole day vomiting because I was so zoned in on the fact that, like, I couldn't pay for anything myself. I couldn't take money out. I was so scared of someone using my cards. I couldn't get drinks anywhere because I didn't have an ID. I was so paranoid.
So what did you guys end up doing for New Year's?
Well, so my friend had, like, a little house party that we just did. So it was like we drank at his place, and then we went and we watched, like, the Nashville music note drop in person.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It was actually a lot of fun, and I had a blast, and I got to meet new people, and, like, I met people our age, which was fun because I don't tend to meet people that are 23, 24.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun, but it was definitely different than what we expected.
You know, now that
But
you
then-
say that,
No, go ahead.
I don't meet anybody our age either.
Yeah, right?
We don't exist.
Well, so exactly. So we went to dinner. We got this thing called hot pot, where it's like you cook your food in front of you. And we got it with a bunch of my roommates' friends, and they sat down, and I was like, oh, they are probably so much older because his roommate's older. So it's like they're probably late 20s, and they're just, like, looking at me like I'm a child. And then they started talking, and they were like, one of them was still an undergrad, and I was like, ooh, people that are 23? You're my age?
Hey, here's my number.
No, I did not do that.
I didn't think so.
I'm not ballsy enough for that, and I'm also, we're probably going to get into this later on anyway, but part of what I'm doing for the 75 soft, I'm doing 75 medium. I've kind of modified mine to make it a little bit harder, but I'm giving up boys for this.
Hold on.
Oh, but we can get to that when we talk about that.
Well, but doesn't that...
I'll explain what I mean by giving up boys, because that's not like, I know I haven't been going on dates, but I'll explain what I mean further.
All right.
So I'm gonna wrap up my New Year's Eve with the lesson that I've learned, and the lesson that I learned coming out of this was when I first lost my wallet, I assumed I was the only person that did it. Like, oh my god, everyone's gonna hate me and think I'm a fool because I lost my wallet. In no situation are you alone. The amount of people that were like, no, I lost my ID the other day, or no, we get my wallet stolen daily, or no, this is what happens to me all the time, that like, you might feel like it's the end of the world right now. Trust me, you are not alone, and you will get through it.
Yeah.
And I just need to keep telling myself that while I'm drinking too, because I think that was the spiral of it all, was because I was so was the word inebriated?
Yeah, that's...
That there was no getting through to me. Like, once I started my panic attack, there was no stopping it.
Yeah, I took
and I
that
wasn't
completely
with
different way
people.
the first time.
What?
I'm not alone. I can get through this. I can have 3 more drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how my brain first took that.
No. No. Oh, so then that was my transition into the next thing. So as I just mentioned, me and Curtis are going to do 75 soft. Kind of. So the idea behind 75 soft is, hold on, let me pull it up.
I always like to explain 75 hard first. Because
Why?
75 hard is a lot for people who work full time.
That's it. So if I enjoy 75 soft medium that I'm doing, I might attempt 75 hard. So 75 hard is you have to follow a diet with no cheat meals and no alcohol. You have to drink a gallon of water a day. You have to have 2 45-minute workouts a day. 1 must be outside. You have to read 10 pages of a non-fiction book a day. And you have to take progress photos for 75 days. Because the challenge is 75 days long. I agree that for someone that isn't necessarily around their house or can do that, that's very intense. So the idea of 75 soft is for 75 days, you eat well and only drink alcohol on social occasions. You drink 3 liters of water a day. You exercise 45 minutes every day with 1 active recovery day a week. You read 10 pages of anything, and then there's no progress photos required.
Yeah.
I've modified it because I kind of already follow the 75 soft with my day-to-day, and the only real thing in 75 hard that I can't do is the second workout. I can't fit 2 45-minute workouts in my day unless I'm getting 0 sleep. So what I'm calling my 75 medium is 1 45-minute workout for 75 days per day for 75 days, 3 liters of water, no alcohol, eating well with no fast food. I'm calling it 10 minutes of knowledge because I'm doing 10 minutes of either Duolingo or reading a non-fiction or a non-fiction book. So like the first one I have is like Can't Hurt Me. It's a book about like a military guy. 1 progress photo a day. And then, as I said, no boys. I think for the past couple months, I've been so wrapped up in like trying to get a relationship or like trying to flirt and like get these connections that I want to like reset. I want to self-growth, understand me, get to know me better. That's what I mean by no boys.
That makes sense.
But that's going to be my 75 soft medium.
I feel like that's how I was going to take it anyway, because I don't drink. I mean, I'm just going to eat as healthy as I can.
Yeah.
1 workout a day. I'm substituting schoolwork for reading, and then when I don't have schoolwork to do, I'm going to read. My first book is The Art of War. And then for my birthday, I'm hoping I get Journey to the West. Well, that's technically fiction, but it's not a book I'd normally read, so I'm counting it. I think that's pretty much all I'm changing.
Art of War?
Yeah, The
Why
Art of
have
War.
I heard of that?
It's the most influential strategy.
Yeah, it's an ancient Chinese military. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Journey to the West is Chinese mythology, following. It's part of Sun Wukong's story, and like that whole part of Chinese mythology, which I don't know why I'm really interested in lately.
Yeah, so. I think I just need it as like a reset. I feel like I know for I said that I was doing the mini 30-day challenges, but I think I just need like a whole reset to get me back on track in the right mindset. Especially like after the past couple weeks.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
But I did. So Curtis texted me this while I was completely hammered, losing my
I
wallet.
you know I
was
tried to wait.
Absolutely, completely shit-faced. I think, actually, when you texted me it, I had lost my wallet maybe 5 minutes later.
I see. Just gonna leave it at
I
that.
don't even know. I can't find it. I remember answering because I was like, I look back now and I'm like, Jenna, what the fuck were you saying?
I don't know what you were saying.
I do, but I'm not going to get into it on here.
I know you didn't understand what I was saying.
No.
And
Yeah.
then you said you were in
Sunday
Nashville. I was like, oh, okay.
He texted me at Sunday at 2:11 a.m. and I lost my wallet at 2:45. Yeah. But he texted me it, and then I woke up the next day and I was like thinking about it. I was like, I don't know if I want to commit to anything. And then yesterday I was like, no, Jenna, we need a mental reset, like right now.
I only asked you because I know I can't commit to it by myself.
Yeah.
So I know I need somebody else to do it with me.
Yeah.
In order for me to even stick to it partially.
No,
Which
we're going to stick to
feels bad, but
I'm creating a tracker for mine on Notion. It's like a online journaling
there's gotta be
thing.
an app for it anyway.
There is, but I don't feel like paying for it, and I kind of modified it, so I didn't want to
pay for it.
The 75 hard one you have to pay for.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can code. Let's make a 75 soft app.
No, I don't. No.
There goes our money.
No.
That one's on you.
Speaking of money, I started looking at trying to get into investing in stock again, and shit, it just seems difficult.
I don't even try anymore. I don't know the last time I actually tried.
Everyone I know is like, it's so easy. You just want to get into like these 5 stocks. And I'm like, it just looks like a lot of money up front. And I know you don't necessarily, in the stocks they're talking about, you don't lose money. But it still seems like I'm spending a lot.
I mean, technically you are.
Yeah.
I spent some money today. I may or may not have bought 2 more of those fleeces from Dope Snow that I got for Christmas.
Oh my god. No, you did not.
I mean, they're $75 a piece. And
Do you wear them?
Yeah, I've been wearing the one that I have. Like,
it's like the flannelly type thing, right?
No, it's like a fleece. Like, it is a soft, like, fleece coat. Like a hoodie. It is probably the warmest, like, sweatshirt I have. But it's not, like, heavy.
Yeah.
It's great.
Especially in the day. You got a lot of snow today, right?
Yeah, we got 4 to 5 inches, I think. So, you know, that makes snowboarding possible again. Because I didn't think that was going to happen for a while. But, you know, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We might be able to run it back.
We didn't get any snow.
Lucky you.
Yeah. I have the itch to travel again, though. I was thinking about Vancouver, which might have snow right now as well.
Vancouver would not have snow right now.
It doesn't? I thought it was on the same level as, like...
That's directly north, right?
No.
Oh, where?
Toronto and Ontario is directly north. Vancouver's above Seattle.
Oh, you want to go over there.
Yeah.
They might have snow then.
Yeah, I don't know. Things are... I don't understand kind of like the virus.
The North American snow's been really weird this year. I was watching a video on it. The entire, like, America doesn't have much snow. And even some of the eastern Canadian states don't have snow.
Yeah, in Jersey, we usually have, like, a foot by now. And we have nothing.
Easy. You know, this has been really weird.
I said in a couple episodes ago that I had the travel bug, and your response was you always have the travel bug. So I thought usually when I come home from a trip, it like subsides, but this one has not. It actually made it worse, and now all I want to do is travel and get on a plane.
Now, is this you wanting to travel, or is this you wanting to, what's the word I'm looking for? Not get even, but like prove that you're not going to mess up a trip again?
I don't want to prove that I can't mess up a trip. I want to just see more places. And I don't want to move out because... So my younger sister moved out while I was in Nashville. And so kind of have a whole, like, it's almost like an apartment upstairs now in my house. I have my bedroom. I have her room that has like my office and my desk that has an office. I took over her closet, so I have most of my clothes in there too. I'm going to have a couch and I'm going to get ready in there. Like, it's essentially like a whole big apartment. Yeah. So I don't want to move out yet because I'm still saving money, but I do want to like experience the world. And I think
that's nice.
Yeah, North America is a good place to start. And I don't know, I just read a bunch of books based in Vancouver, so it seems fun.
I'm not going to ask what kind of books. This is a family-friendly podcast.
It's actually, okay, it's actually hockey romance, and now I'm on hockey TikTok, but not, it's romance, not like hockey book TikTok. It's like actual, like, I'm watching the Jersey Devils games now. Like, it all led from, I have a bad addiction to football. It's like my life right now. Sorry, I got a text message and I was going to answer, but I'm not putting up with that right now. I have a bad addiction to football. Like, I can talk about it for hours and hours and hours. Hockey has the same intensity as football, but it's so much more skill needed, and there's less players, so you can really understand the players on the field. So I kind of like hockey now.
I just like Shoresy.
Who?
Shoresy?
What is that?
Yeah, I've told you about Letterkenny, right?
No.
I don't know if you'd like it. It's a comedy. It's a TV show about hockey players in think like beer league hockey, but a bit more serious.
Oh.
It's really good. It's one of my favorite shows.
Interesting.
I'd recommend it to you, but again, I don't think you'd like it.
I don't really watch anything on TV except live sports.
It's on Hulu. Hulu has live sports.
Yes, it does.
I feel like I'm legally required to say that anytime I hear someone say Hulu.
Why?
Have you not seen the Hulu has live sports ads?
No.
Oh yeah. It's just ads where the only thing that's said in them is Hulu has live sports.
Oh. No, I do not see those. I don't really I have Hulu, but I don't really watch stuff on it. I keep saying again. My brain's like not functioning. I watch.
It's okay. I introduced myself in a meeting on Thursday, and as I'm going through it, everything that I say to introduce myself, every other word is like, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
As I'm like scrambling to remember who I am while I'm introducing myself to somebody I've talked to before, because she doesn't remember me, and I'm like,
is this the same woman?
Nope, that is my not senior director, vice president, who doesn't remember me. This was just someone that I've just interacted with before.
Yeah. The hardest thing was going back to work Thursday.
I imagine.
I couldn't figure out what I did before break. I couldn't figure out what was done. I had like a million emails that didn't come through my phone. Every meeting I did was like 15 minutes because it was just in like a pure state of trying to catch up. I'd have a meeting and be like, I have nothing to touch base on.
Yeah, no, nothing happens.
So with my teams, they all tried to do like a ton of work in December. But what happened was the first 3 weeks of December, they tried to get all this work done. Then everyone went away for a week and then things changed. So now we're backtracking and doing the same work we did in the beginning of December, but now. And it's like, this is why nothing gets done in December, because you have to backtrack as soon as the new year starts.
Yeah, no, December we should just have shutdowns. Like, we should not work in December.
Yeah, I think people would be hated for that, though.
I mean, absolutely, but nothing gets done anyway. So what does it matter? Do I have anything? My life's been pretty unexciting.
I had something else, but I can't remember what it was.
That's a common theme for us. And it's something I don't want to bring up.
What don't you want to bring up?
One of the things that we talked about in the last one.
What? Oh, you getting out of your shell?
Yeah,
I still swear to that. So anyone listening, I still swear, shoot your shot, because you never know what the response is going to be. So last episode we talked about, I said for Curtis to shoot his shot. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I opened up Instagram.
I told Curtis to shoot his shot with a girl that he knew from high school that he saw at like Christmas church. There's no harm in just sending a DM. You never know the response you're going to get. Send those DMs, shoot your shots. It's important. Needless to say, Curtis shot his shot and got shot down.
Here's the bigger problem with that. So there were two posts afterwards. One Christmas and one 2023 look back. There's no guy.
Okay, it might be brand new. She's not going to post him if they've been talking for 3 months.
If you're talking for 3 months,
it's normal.
I don't understand talking.
I don't understand talking either. I think if we're actively, unless like I start off, I'm not going to shut myself down to anything, but unless I like start off long distance where we're not necessarily like dating, if we're actively going on dates, we're dating. It might not be official, we might not be exclusive, but like that whole we're talking phase is not a thing in my brain.
Yeah, so what happened in Nashville?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No, I swear, nothing happened. Besides throwing up all night long. I was too panicky to even talk to guys.
Same.
Yeah. I was like, genuinely, I don't remember much of the night that my wallet actually got stolen. But after that, my brain was just trying to comprehend, like, me getting home. To, like, New Year's Eve, I could have talked to a bunch of guys, and my brain was just like, you're not going to be able to get on a plane to get home. Like, that's your number one issue right now.
So what? You ever seen, what was it, Sandwich Guy?
I don't know what that is.
There was this girl who went to visit her one friend out of state, and then missed her flight to go on a date with a guy, and then spent an extra day there, and they've been together for a few months, and now they've gone back and forth.
Oh, no, I've not heard of that. But my friends from college, when I texted them and I lost my wallet, they were like, if you can't get on your plane, like, we'll drive down and pick you up. And I was like, they're the real ones. Not that you wouldn't have done that, but, like, they were just the first ones to get the text.
Yeah.
But I don't even know, like, I could talk about this forever, but, like, in my brain, it felt like I was in a different country. Like, there's a million other ways that I could have gone home, but it was just like, no, they're not going to let me out of the state because I don't have an ID. Oh my god.
Well, you couldn't have rented a car.
My parents would have driven down to get me if I couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Like 100% in a heartbeat. No, but nothing happened. There's a reason why I'm doing no boys for 75 days. I'm really struggling, like, confidence-wise, and I need that reset. So, therefore, nothing did happen in Nashville. But, how did this topic all come up? Why would you say that? You made me lose my train of thought.
Because you were talking about
I said I don't want to shut anything down. Because I'm also telling people, like, shoot your shot. So if someone shoots their shot and I'm putting my life on the internet, I can't make something up right now. So
what was I just thinking about?
But you honestly, even if I was in a relationship right now, I wouldn't post them for New Year's or Christmas either. That's not a reason. She probably is in a relationship or some sort of beginnings of a relationship, and that's why. That's how he got shot down. She didn't tell Curtis no. She just said there's someone else in the picture.
It was the order of operations. Mm-hmm. I feel like the second one should have come first. The second one's a much nicer response than the first one.
What was the first one?
The first one was, I'm seeing someone. The second one was, I'm out of state.
I think both are valid.
I do as well, but I think the order should have been flipped.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Think about it if you were the guy. If you were dating or if you were in the beginning stages of dating someone, and someone slid into the girl you're dating's DMs, wouldn't you want her first reaction to be, no, I'm taken?
Yeah,
because if you say, I'm out of state, that means that there would be an option if she wasn't.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. That's like a big first step for you, though. The fact that you actually
really
did it.
I don't know if I'll ever do it again, but, you know.
I feel like it has to be like the right time, right person type thing.
Yeah, I mean, the gym's not great.
gym? Like a person,
Yeah,
or like going to the gym?
No, like a person at the gym.
I'm going to rephrase what you just said. When you say
Yeah,
gym's
go
not
ahead.
great, the gym isn't a great place to do it, you mean? I
Correct.
thought you meant like gym's not great, like Jim a person is not great, and I was like, who is Jim that you're
I
talking
don't know
about?
any gyms.
I do. Gym's a hard one because most women don't want to be approached in the gym.
Exactly. But then you also see things of like, no, come up and talk to me in the gym, and I'm like, make up your mind.
Make Not in the middle of a workout. Like maybe if they're leaving, you can shoot your shot. But if they're in the middle of a workout, don't walk up to them.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
I've really considered as I do like leg press, and I'm like, I really just want to like put more weight on here to the point where like I might fail, but I don't have a spotter. You know, there's somebody we know over there on the treadmill. I could ask him, and he'd absolutely do it if I ask him.
Where are you
But
going
he's
with
on the
this? Is this a
treadmill.
whole nother topic?
I mean, kind of. It's on the gym.
Okay.
I don't know if we have anything else to cover on that other topic.
No, there isn't, but you have to hint at when you're transitioning. I was like, what are you talking about, like meeting a girl while you're leg pressing heavy weight? Like, where are we going with this? Okay.
No. No, I'm in the gym. My brain's in the gym now. Like, and I'll be on the leg press machine, and I'm like, I want to put like 450 on here. I could probably do it, but just having somebody there would make me feel a lot more comfortable.
You have this
You know what I
thing
mean?
called a sister.
Ha ha ha. No, she doesn't go to the gym.
Convince her to.
She went once, hated it, and then never went back.
Oh.
Because I tried to teach her how to bench correctly. She got mad at me, a little annoyed with me, and then
That's fair. Boys can be annoying.
I was very nice about it. I asked her what she wanted to do. She said she didn't know. I go, okay, we're going to do what I do. She goes, okay. And I tried, explaining to her how to bench so she can bench more. And then she just didn't like it. And now she's been doing stuff at home. So
That's
you know.
fair. Boys can be annoying. I think if someone came up to me and told me how to bench, I'd freak out also.
All right, there's a difference if somebody you don't know comes up to talk to you how to bench, and someone who's your brother goes to the gym with you because you've never been to the gym before, and you want him to show you around the gym.
She was
and
a
tries to teach you how
college
to bench.
athlete.
They didn't lift.
Oh.
Like, they didn't have lifts like we did.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, no, it was wild. But yeah, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I could totally walk over and ask him, but he's walking on the treadmill. I don't want to interrupt that. So I just don't ask him.
Yeah. I mean...
I also haven't talked to him in, like, months. I'm not bringing that up again.
I mean, I feel like leg press is a safe one to do
Yeah.
with heavy weight because it eventually locks out. Like, you won't squish.
No, I won't. But I don't know if I can get out of it if I do.
But also, I'm a firm believer that you can ask anyone to spot you in the gym and most people will help.
Yeah, but I don't really need, like, a spot. I just want somebody to stand there.
Yeah, you just walk up and you say, hey, this might be a little too heavy for me. Can you keep an eye on it as I do it to make sure that it doesn't crush me?
Well, the problem is I know I can get it, and I know I'm going to rep it. It's not going to be like a one and done. It's going to be reps.
Then just do it. Your body knows when you're about to fail out. So if you're pushing the weight and you do 5 reps and you know you're going to fail 6, just don't do the 6 and count it.
Yeah, I guess so.
When I was, so my younger sister, we were going to the gym together and then she stopped going to the gym with me. And I decided that week that I wanted to max out. Some genius of me, right? But I went to max out bench and I did 160 and I ended up doing it for like, the purpose of this, I was doing 160 and I didn't know if I could do any further than that because I didn't have a spot, and the bench is a scary thing to not do without a spot because if you fail and you don't fail properly, you're taking your head off. If you fail properly, everyone knows you failed because you have to like maneuver it, get the weight off and shimmy it to your hips. So I grabbed one of the guys and I was like, hey, can you spot me? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. And he was like, can this be your last set? And then I'll take over the bench after you. And in my brain, I was like, not the purpose of spotting, but I was like, yeah, sure. So I put it had to have been 165. I put 165 on the bar, and he was like, what are you doing it for one? And I was like, well, if you're taking the bench after me, I can't properly max out. So no, I'm doing it for as many as I can. My max ended up being like 190 because I just kept repping 170.
I mean, that's kind of like...
But isn't that shit? Like, that's why it's hard for me to ask for spots in the gym, because it always ends up being like an ulterior motive of, oh, I'll spot you if I get the bench. And then you're like in a rush and you can't properly do things.
Yeah. No, I don't bench anymore. If I bench, it is dumbbell. It's just dumbbell press, or I use like the machine where you're sitting and you're just pushing out, because the only benching I can do is on a Smith machine, and if you fail on that, good luck without a spotter, because you can't get that back off. You can't.
A Smith
Yeah.
machine? You just flip the hook on the closest knob. Wow, that sounded so
Yeah, but if I can't get it up, if I can't get it up, it's on my chest. I can't get out. I'm not at the point where I can like hook it.
You just well, there's gonna be a hook anywhere, because the hooks go every 2 inches on a Smith machine. But you just take a deep breath and you shove up and you flip it back and you let it hook to the nearest one, and then you slide out and you slide off the bench.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a pain in the ass, or pain in the butt, but
Yeah, that's just I don't. I'll go do something else, and then I just do ISO anyway, which feels better. I'll just ISO dumbbell or ISO like the machine chest press, and just leave one arm out, and it hurts more, so it's better.
yeah.
That's how I do the gym. I go until it hurts, and then I stop, and then I go until it hurts, and then I stop.
Are we doing this 75 hard or 75 soft? Like, we have to do like a gym workout, or can it be anything? Like, can I do like a rowing machine and then walk on the treadmill and count as a 40-minute workout?
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna count like cardio as a workout.
Yeah, like anything active, and then like on recovery days, it could be like swimming, yoga, stretching, walking on the treadmill, biking, that type of thing. Like lighter weight. Yeah, okay. Because when you just said that, I was like, oh no, I hope he doesn't expect me to like actually work out.
Oh no. I'm not planning on 7 days of lifting. It's mixed in with cardio.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably gonna do 3 days of cardio at least in a week, because the way I lift now is not conducive to multiple days of that in a row.
Yeah.
So that's always fun. I did for the first time do like a low weight high rep leg day, which was fun.
They leave you more sore than when you do low rep high. Wait, what you said? Low weight high rep. And when you do low rep high weight, when you do a lot of reps, it kills your body.
Oh yeah, like I think at one point I did 30 reps at 90 on the leg press. And this is the other one where you're sitting and you're pushing yourself up instead of pushing the weight up. So I think I did like 30 reps at 90 and then 25 at 105, which seems like a lot, and it is a lot. But that's what I decided to do that day.
Yeah.
It was fun. And then I started doing abs. And when I started doing abs, I mean I did one set of abs. But it was incline sit-ups.
Oh, the worst. The worst.
Yeah, but I saw a thing, and it was train your lower two abs, because nobody who has the lower two doesn't have the rest of them. So I'm like, that makes sense. And then incline sit-ups, they're just the best for lower two. So I mean, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else going on.
Me either. I'm trying to think of stuff. I have to sneeze though.
I'm excited for my coats to show up.
Oh, I bought so again, lost the Fitbit, was tragic considering I track my steps, so I needed to find a new way to track my steps. I've been wanting an Aura ring, which is like a Fitbit, but it's a ring and it tracks your stuff better because it's like on your hand. So we get a $500 like health and fitness thing from work, so I bought an Aura ring. That's what I'm excited for. So it's going to help me like track heart rate and stuff like that, and it's better than the Fitbit, but we're going to try that out. I was going to wait to start the 75 soft until I got it, but
I mean, we can.
I'm not gonna, because I'm starting. So for the past week, I stopped going to the gym and I haven't done my Noom because obviously I was in Nashville and then I came home and like I've been in straight recovery. I could talk about that. I've slept majority the past 4 days, but I need to get back on track. So I'm gonna start it, and then when it comes, I'll put it on.
My one coworker did Noom.
I really like it.
Are you doing it now?
Yeah, I'm down 20 pounds.
Good for you.
You can't tell, especially like my mom can tell, because my mom, like, we're very critical of each other, but like you won't be able to tell, and like the throwers won't be able to tell, because you guys saw me at like my lowest of my low. So from like I'm down, when I started Noom, I was at like my heaviest that I've ever been in my entire life. So I'm down 20 pounds from my heaviest, but I'm only at the average of when I was an athlete. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So when I graduated, I gained another like 15 pounds.
Oh, so you're back. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm just back to where I was post graduation.
Yeah.
Minus like minus the amount of bloating on my body right now from drinking. You forget how much you bloat.
I'm still right about there. Yeah.
You're still what?
I'm still right about where I was at when we graduated.
Yeah.
I'm right under 230. I have her out there. Oh, that's what happened on Friday. So on Friday, I thought I had a dermatologist appointment, and I had like meant to call on Thursday, but just gotten too busy with work and other things and forgotten. So wake up early on Friday because I had some other stuff I needed to do, and get downstairs. I'm like, all right, 8 o'clock, I'm gonna call. So I call the dermatologist office, and I'm like, hey, I wanted to check to make sure I have an appointment today. I haven't gotten like that courtesy call, saying, hey, your appointment's in a couple of days, just a heads up. Nothing like that. So she goes, okay, what's your name? Tell her my name, date of birth. She goes, all right, yep. So it looks like it's next Friday. So my calendar's off.
Oh.
Don't know how, but it's
At least you didn't miss it.
No, because that one's made 13 months out.
I mean, that's like every one of my appointments now.
13 months?
Yeah, I went to book a female doctor appointment, and my annual, the first appointment that I could get was the end of March, and then after that it was the end of April. There was no in-betweener sooner.
Interesting.
And then my other, like my normal doctor, I went to book my annual, and they booked me for July.
I see.
Yeah, I after COVID, all of these doctors, like, they got off track because they like fell behind, and I don't think they've been able to catch up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I have an eye doctor's appointment. I think we did talk about I suck at making appointments. I have an eye doctor's appointment on Friday because I really need to get my eyes checked because things are starting to get blurry that aren't supposed to be blurry.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I stay away from my eyes.
I feel like that's something you shouldn't stay away from.
I don't have problems seeing anything. I just get, like pain.
Oh. Probably staring at blue screen too long.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's just a headache. So, All right. I don't know. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything?
So, I'm watching my cat right now, and do you know something sad that I've noticed recently? My cat is no longer in her kitten phase. So I've had her for 3 years, but she's been in her kitten phase since I got her, but now she like is a full-grown cat, and she sleeps for like 24 hours a day, and she's like, I don't know, like a normal cat, and I'm like, what happened to the kitten? But
yeah,
this is what it feels like to have kids and watch your kids grow up.
I was thinking about kids the other day too.
What were you thinking about
like,
kids for?
Oh, because I was like, man, just when life gets boring, kids make it interesting again.
Make it hectic and crazy.
Yeah, but they experience everything, and it gets interesting, But it's them experiencing things for the first time.
Yeah. I'm going through the dilemma of, like, I've always wanted to be a mom and I've always wanted kids, but the idea of kids scares me. So...
That's understandable. It's very understandable.
Yeah, I don't know if it's, like, it scares me. The idea of growing a human being. It makes my skin crawl. But also, like, the idea of me having to keep a human being alive and, like, dedicating your life to it. So now I'm like, do I want kids? Or is this, like, just a phase that, like, right now it seems intimidating?
Right.
That's a dark topic, but yeah.
Yeah, it's one for another day.
Yeah, that's all I got, though.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
All right, so you shouldn't go to Nashville again.
No, I'm actually going back.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, I'm going back with another group of friends. next time I'm gonna have a purse that zips. I'm gonna keep it on me at all times. I'm gonna stay away from the shots, and yeah, yeah. Jenna needs to be more conscious of her surroundings, and yeah, that's like the whole recap of this episode right there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right.
Okay, we'll end there.
And that.
Bye.
Goodbye.